Welcome to my channel, Rise Up with Steve. Please hit like, subscribe, and don't forget to share with your friends. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something that not everyone wants to hear, but everyone needs to understand. Sometimes staying in a situation, holding on to a person, a job, or even a dream that's draining you, sometimes staying there is not bravery, it's a trap. And sometimes leaving, just leaving, is the only way to win. See, life has this funny way of testing us. It will put you in relationships that don't respect you, jobs that crush your spirit, or opportunities that just don't fit. And society, your friends, even family, they'll tell you, don't quit, stick it out, be patient. And while patience has its place, it does not mean tolerating a situation that is slowly killing your soul. Winning isn't always about staying. Sometimes winning is having the courage to walk away. It's about knowing your worth. It's about realizing that no one, no job, no dream, no toxic person is bigger than your life's purpose. Leaving doesn't mean you are weak. It means you are smart enough to protect your peace, to guard your energy, and to open doors for something greater. And let me tell you, the moment you leave what's holding you back, the universe starts clearing space for what's meant for you. Now, I'm not talking about running at the first sign of trouble. I'm talking about recognizing patterns, recognizing when staying will cost you more than leaving. You've got to be honest with yourself. Ask yourself, is this building me or is this breaking me? And if the answer is breaking, it's time to leave. When you leave, you may feel fear, uncertainty, or even guilt. That's natural. But I promise you, on the other side of leaving is freedom, growth, and the kind of peace you can't buy. Sometimes leaving isn't losing, it's winning smarter. It's choosing your life over your comfort zone. It's choosing yourself over everything else. So the next time you're stuck somewhere, remember this. Courage is not always staying. Sometimes courage is letting go. Sometimes leaving is not. Failure, it's victory in disguise. And if you can leave gracefully, leave decisively, and leave with your dignity intact, you just won. Let me tell you something that too many people don't understand. Sometimes staying is not bravery. Sometimes staying is just a slow form of losing. Life will test you in ways you don't expect. It will put you in situations that seem safe or familiar, but deep down, you know they are draining you. Maybe it's a job that doesn't appreciate your talents, a relationship that takes more than it gives, or a dream that's no longer serving you. And everybody will tell you to be patient, to stick it out, to wait for things to get better. But patience had its limits. And sometimes what you need most is not more patience, it's courage, the courage to leave. I've seen it in people all around me. They hold on too long because leaving feels like failure, leaving feels like giving up. But I'm here to tell you that leaving can actually be the smartest move you ever make. Leaving doesn't mean you're weak. It means you understand your worth. It means you're not willing to sacrifice your peace, your happiness, and your potential for a situation that is not aligned with your life's purpose. Life is too short to spend your days in the wrong place, around the wrong people, or chasing the wrong dreams. And let me be real with you, it's scary to leave. Fear creeps in, uncertainty follows, and sometimes guilt sits heavy on your chest. But that fear is a signal. That fear is your body telling you, you've been in the wrong place for too long. Leaving is uncomfortable because it's growth. Growth is never easy. Growth is never comfortable. But staying in a place that's slowly breaking you is even more uncomfortable. At least when you leave, you're taking control of your own story. There's a story I love to tell about a woman I know. She was in a job for over 10 years, grinding day in and day out, thinking she had to stay because she couldn't start over. She was exhausted, unappreciated, and miserable. One day, she realized something so simple it changed everything. Staying was costing her more than leaving ever could. She walked away without a backup plan, without knowing exactly what was next. And within a few months, she found an opportunity that not only paid more, but also made her feel alive again. She didn't just survive, she thrived. That's what leaving can do. It clears the space for what's meant for you. The problem is, people confuse leaving with quitting. But quitting is giving up because you don't want to try. Leaving is deciding you deserve better. Leaving is strategic. Leaving is smart. You don't have to apologize for it. You don't have to feel guilty for it. You are not betraying anyone, you are honoring yourself. The moment you recognize that staying is holding you back, you gain clarity. You gain strength. You gain the ability to step into your future fully without baggage, without resentment, without compromise. So remember, life is not about how long you endure something that's hurting you. Life is about how smartly you play the game. And sometimes the smartest move is to walk away. Sometimes leaving is not failure. It's the only way to win. It's the only way to protect your peace, reclaim your power, and make room for the opportunities, people, and experiences that are actually meant to be in your life. You have to be willing to let go of the wrong to make room for the right, and that's where victory begins. Sometimes life puts you in situations that feel familiar, comfortable even, but deep down, you know they are not right for you. You know the environment is draining your energy, the people around you are holding you back, or the dream you're chasing is no longer aligned with who you are becoming. And society, friends, and family, they will all tell you, be patient, stick it out, things will get better. But patience doesn't fix everything, and sticking around in the wrong situation can cost you more than it can ever give you. Sometimes leaving is not just an option, it's the only way to win. I've watched so many people struggle with this, thinking leaving is a sign of weakness, that walking away somehow makes them a quitter. But nothing could be further from the truth. Walking away, when done for the right reasons, is an act of courage, self-respect, and intelligence. It's about recognizing that no person, no job, no circumstance is worth sacrificing your peace, your happiness, or your future. Staying in the wrong place can make you comfortable in misery, and sometimes comfort is the most dangerous trap of all. Fear is the first thing that hits you when you consider leaving. Fear of the unknown, fear of judgment, fear of what might happen next. And that fear is normal. It's supposed to be there. But the fear is also a sign. It's telling you that you are at a crossroads, that growth is required, and that staying is not going to serve you. Leaving may feel scary, uncertain, or even uncomfortable, but it's also liberating. The moment you step away from what no longer serves you, you create space for something better. You make room for opportunities, relationships, and experiences that align with your goals and your purpose. I remember a story of a man who stayed in a relationship for years because he thought he couldn't do better. He endured arguments, disrespect, and neglect, convincing himself that leaving would mean failure. But one day, he realized that staying was costing him more than leaving ever could. He walked away, and it wasn't easy. There were sleepless nights, doubts, and fears. But leaving allowed him to rediscover himself, rebuild his confidence, and find a relationship that brought him respect, love, and joy. That is what leaving can do. It clears the path for growth, for success, and for the kind of life you deserve. People often confuse leaving with giving up, but giving up is surrendering without hope or purpose. Leaving is deliberate. It's a conscious choice to protect yourself and your future. It's not about escaping problems. It's about refusing to let unnecessary problems dominate your life. Every time you leave a situation that is draining you, you are not losing. You are winning smarter. You are choosing freedom over confinement, progress over stagnation, and peace over constant struggle. The truth is, sometimes staying in the wrong place is more damaging than leaving. Sometimes holding on to what is familiar but wrong is a slow form of self-sabotage. Life rewards those who recognize when it's time to move on, who can detach with dignity, and who can embrace the unknown with faith that better things await. Leaving is not failure, it's victory in disguise. It's choosing yourself over fear, purpose over comfort, and your future over your past. The only way to truly win is sometimes to walk away. You ever notice how life has a way of testing you over and over again? It puts you in situations that seem normal, even comfortable, but they slowly drain your energy, your confidence, and your joy. You might be in a job where your effort is never noticed, a relationship where your love is not returned, or chasing a dream that no longer excites you. And the world will tell you to stick it out, to be patient, to wait for things to improve. But sometimes patience is not the answer. Sometimes leaving is the only way to win. People think leaving is failure, that walking away is giving up. But let me tell you something. Leaving can be the most courageous thing you ever do. Leaving is saying, I know my worth, and I will not settle for less than I deserve. Leaving is taking responsibility for your own life, your own happiness, and your own growth. You see, staying in the wrong place isn't bravery. It's fear disguised as comfort. And comfort in the wrong place is dangerous because it lulls you into thinking that misery is okay. When you think about leaving, fear is always there. Fear of what people will say, fear of the unknown, fear of failing again. That fear is normal. It means you're on the edge of growth. Fear is not a signal to stay. Fear is a signal that you're ready to step into something bigger. Leaving is uncomfortable, yes, but staying where you don't belong is far worse. Sometimes you have to leave before you can win, before life can reward you with the opportunities and people that are meant for you. I know a woman who worked in a company for nearly a decade. She thought loyalty meant staying no matter what, even when her talents were ignored and her efforts undervalued. Every day she showed up drained, frustrated, and unappreciated, convincing herself that leaving would be failure. One day she realized she was losing more by staying than she could gain by leaving. She walked away, no plan in place, and trusted herself to find something better. Within months, she landed a job that not only valued her work, but reignited her passion. That's the power of leaving. That's how walking away can become your smartest move. Sometimes people confuse leaving with quitting, but leaving is a calculated decision. It's not about giving up. It's about preserving your energy, protecting your peace, and making room for the right things to enter your life. Every time you stay somewhere toxic, stagnant, or unfulfilling, you are holding yourself back. Every time you leave, you open the door to growth, opportunities, and relationships that actually serve your purpose. And here's the truth. Staying in a place that isn't right for you can rob you of your potential faster than failure ever could. Life doesn't reward people for enduring misery. It rewards those who recognize when to let go and have the courage to move forward. Walking away is not weakness, it's strength, it's wisdom. It's choosing yourself over fear, your future over the past, and your peace over compromise. The people, the opportunities, and the experiences that are truly meant for you cannot enter your life until you make space for them. And sometimes that space is created only by leaving. Life has a way of teaching lessons that aren't always easy to swallow. Sometimes it puts us in situations that feel safe, familiar, or comfortable, but deep down, we know they aren't right. You might be in a job where your talents go unnoticed, a relationship that drains more than it gives, or chasing a dream that no longer excites you. And everybody will tell you to stick it out, to be patient, to endure. They say, good things come to those who wait. But sometimes, waiting is not the answer. Sometimes leaving is the only way to win. Now, I know what you're thinking. Leaving sounds scary. Leaving sounds risky. Leaving sounds like failure. But here's the truth. Leaving is not weakness. Walking away from something that is holding you back is one of the strongest things you can do. Leaving is not giving up. It's protecting yourself. It's valuing your time, your energy, and your peace. Staying in a situation that hurts you, that keeps you stuck, is the real failure. And the longer you stay, the more it chips away at your potential, your confidence, and your happiness. Fear is what keeps people in the wrong places. Fear of what others will think, fear of uncertainty, fear of starting over. I'm not going to lie, fear is real and it's powerful. But fear is not your enemy. Fear is a signal. It's your body and mind telling you, you are ready to grow. You are ready for something better. Walking away is not about abandoning hope. It's about believing that there is something better waiting for you and having the courage to find it. I remember a man I knew who stayed in a job for over a decade. Every day, he felt invisible, undervalued, and overworked. He thought staying loyal was the right thing, even though the company didn't appreciate him. Eventually, he realized that staying was costing him more than leaving ever could. He took a leap of faith, resigned without knowing exactly what was next, and soon found a position that respected his talents, rewarded his effort, and reignited his passion. Walking away had given him the freedom to win. People often mistake leaving for quitting, but leaving is deliberate. Leaving is strategic. Leaving is understanding that life is too short to waste on what doesn't serve you. Every time you stay somewhere toxic, stagnant, or unfulfilling, you are holding yourself back. Every time you walk away, you make space for growth, opportunity, and the people who genuinely belong in your life. Sometimes staying in the wrong place can feel comfortable, but it's a trap. Comfort in misery is dangerous because it disguises pain as normal. Life doesn't reward suffering. It rewards those who know when to move on, who have the courage to step away from what's holding them back. Walking away is not failure, it's wisdom. It's choosing yourself over fear, your future over your past, and your peace over compromise. When you leave what's wrong, you make room for what's right. And sometimes that's the only way to truly win. Sometimes the hardest thing you can do in life is also the thing you most need to do. It's not always fighting harder, staying longer, or pushing through pain. Sometimes the hardest thing and the wisest is to walk away. Life has a way of putting us in situations that seem familiar, even safe, but that are quietly breaking us down. It might be a relationship that drains your spirit, a job that undervalues your talents, or a dream that has lost its spark. And everyone around you will tell you to hold on, to endure, to be patient. But patience has limits. Sometimes leaving is not just an option. It's the only way to win. Leaving feels scary, I know. Fear of the unknown, fear of failure, fear of judgment. These feelings can paralyze even the strongest person. But fear is not the enemy. Fear is a signal. It's your mind and your heart telling you something needs to change. You are ready to step into a new chapter. Leaving is not quitting. Leaving is an act of courage. Leaving is taking control of your life, reclaiming your peace, and refusing to let circumstances or people define your worth. I've seen people hold on far too long because they equate leaving with weakness. But nothing could be further from the truth. Leaving takes strength. It takes clarity. It takes self-respect. And yes, it takes faith that better things are waiting on the other side of your courage. Staying in a place that isn't right may feel safe in the moment, but it slowly erodes your confidence, your energy, and your happiness. Walking away is sometimes the only way to preserve all three. There's a story I love about a woman I knew who spent years in a career that made her miserable. Every day she showed up, giving her all, only to be overlooked and undervalued. She was exhausted, frustrated, and convinced that staying was the honorable thing to do. But one day she realized staying was actually costing her more than leaving ever could. She made the difficult decision to step away, to trust herself, and to believe that she deserved better. Within a short time, she found a position that appreciated her talents, gave her purpose, and restored her joy. Walking away had become her ticket to winning, and she didn't look back. Leaving is not about running from problems. It's about refusing to let unnecessary problems dominate your life. Every time you remain in a toxic, stagnant, or unfulfilling situation, you are holding yourself back. Every time you walk away, you open space for growth, opportunity, and experiences that truly align with your life's purpose. Leaving is strategic. Leaving is wisdom. Leaving is understanding that your peace, your happiness, and your future are worth more than any comfort, fear, or attachment. Sometimes staying is a trap disguised as loyalty. Sometimes leaving is the only path to freedom. Life doesn't reward endurance in misery. It rewards courage, clarity, and the willingness to choose yourself. Walking away is not failure, it's victory. It's choosing to step out of what no longer serves you so that you can step into what truly does. And when you leave with intention, dignity, and faith in yourself, you are not just leaving, you are winning in the smartest way possible.